Here's a film that was new to me. This was an Arrow home video release of a film from 2000 directed by Bernard Rose called IVANSXTC, or IVANSXTC. It stars Danny Huston, son of John Huston, as a Hollywood agent who discovers he has cancer and is sort of trying to get on with his debauched life while making amends with people. And it's based on the death of Ivan Ilyich. Sorry, I'm not a Tolstoy reader. It's based on a Tolstoy book and set in then contemporary Hollywood of 1999, 2000. And it's very much one of those LA inside Hollywood industry kind of movies. It's about agents and actors and directors and all that kind of stuff. So being set in the world of Hollywood, you do have recognizable faces. You have Tiffany Amber Thiessen, and you have Peter Weller, and you've got some other people you'd recognize. It's not star-studded, but it's got a couple name actors in it. And it feels it's shot very handheld. It was shot on video. It's very semi-documentary feel to it at times. A lot of the dialogue feels very improvised. And I really didn't like it. I love movies. I do this show. It's all I care about and talk about. But I generally don't like movies about movies because they feel a little too inside and a little too, well, you know, we know about this stuff. And LA movies that are, I feel like this, if you're not an LA person or a film industry person or somebody who's really into LA or the film industry in LA, I don't know how accessible this movie is because it's all talk about agents and contracts and signing and all this other stuff and shooting and the script and this and that, and it's all just, you know, it's all vice. And I'm no prude, but it seems to really wallow and get off on, ooh, it's drugs, and ooh, it's casual sex, and ooh, it's cancer, and ooh, it's full frontal male nudity, and oh, isn't he deep and profound because he's loaded all the time and he has cancer? And I'm just like, what? And there's all this rambling, improv-y feeling dialogue. And no offense to anybody who made the movie or may like it, it was just totally not for me. If you like Danny Huston, this is Danny Huston's film. He is the dude in this film. And if you like Peter Weller, you get to see him in a light that you don't normally see him. Very natural, very casual. Again, feeling very improv. It was just a tale. Again, personally, I did not care about the lead character. It's one of those movies where everybody's always talking about how great the lead character is, and I look at him and I'm just like, I don't like the guy. I'm sorry. And the casual style of it, sometimes using non-actors is highly effective, and sometimes using non-actors who wind up acting badly just takes you out of the movie and feels like bad acting. And there are moments in this film that are just like, wow, that was a really bad line reading, and it's taking me out of this film. It feels, it reminds me of the found footage thing. When you do the found footage thing, it is supposed to make things feel more realistic, but to me, going in that direction gives you a million more opportunities for something to feel fake. And that's what I kept feeling with this. The camera style and the fact that it was shot on video and using some natural actors and improvised dialogue at times just took me out of the narrative. This disc is pretty loaded. You have a lot of participation from the writer-producer, Laura Enos, and she has a making of, and you can see the film in a theatrical cut at 24p. You can see it at a theatrical cut at 60i, which gives it that much more realistic video look. And you can see a producer's cut, I believe, at 60i that's about 10 or more minutes longer, 10, 13 minutes longer than the theatrical cut. So there's plenty of bonus material here. There's a Q&A with some of the cast and crew at an LA screening in more recent years. There's a lot here. So if you like the movie, if you like the players in this movie, Arrow gives you a lot of supplements to get farther into what it is and what they were going for. The story of the producer is interesting. You get where she was in life, what caused her to create this movie, what she had done before this, and it is interesting to set a context for the film if you enjoyed it. It just happened to be something I didn't personally enjoy. So out now on Blu-ray from Arrow Home Video from 2000, Danny Huston in IVANSXTC.